everybody. So I thought I would combine 2 videos in one. One is just a chit-chatty kind of get ready with me. I have an event to go to tonight, well, we'll talk about it in a minute. And then I also want to talk about a humongous sale that starts tomorrow. And I didn't want to do like a whole dedicated video to that. So I thought I would just swoosh everything into one. So I will list all the products that I already have on my face. I just have foundation, concealer, under eye stuff, powder, and everything that I'm about to use. I'll put all that in the description box below, and we'll just talk amongst ourselves as I get ready. This is not what I will be. So I have to like do stuff during the day. So this look has to get me from walking around during the day, and then I'll jazz it up a little for the evening. So I already have my, like I said, foundation. Okay, Marnie, get with the program. I got a little sample of the La Mer, what's this called? It's this little card thing. There we go. Kissed by La Mer. It's the new lip volumizer. I don't know. I mean, it's $75, so I highly doubt I'm going to run out and grab it, but I will use up this sample. It's supposed to plump and soften and make a smooth surface for your lipstick or whatever. So that's what I'm going to use it for, just as a prep. I don't know. Do you notice suddenly voluminous lips? Probably not. Okay, so let's talk about the Nordstrom. Ooh, it has an interesting flavor to it. It's minty, but vanilla as well. I don't know. Interesting. So the Nordstrom half-yearly sale starts tomorrow. It is not quite as exciting as the big one, as the anniversary sale. That's in July. I have my list going on my phone of everything I'll be hoping is in the sale I'll be looking for from my personal collection. But the half-yearly sale is a good one, and they have it twice a year. They had it in December, late December, going into early January, and then they obviously have it. It's May 22nd through June 2nd, I believe. And obviously I can't link to it right now because it's not live and they don't let you preview it, but I will update links here, and I'll have a blog post that'll go out tomorrow with all the stuff I personally recommend. Not everything, but stuff that has caught my eye. And why I'm talking about it is because I've noticed that there's some really good things to grab at a really good price, and I often forget to tell you about it until stuff is already sold out, and that's not fair. So I'm going to layer my bronzers, by the way. This is the one I'm using is more of a matte bronzer, and now I'm going to add a little bit of glow. It's more of a glowy bronzer. So what's nice about this is that Nordstrom and a lot of retailers start showing warm weather apparel like in January, February, mostly for, resort type wear, going on vacation for spring break stuff. But the good news is a lot of that stuff still has not gone on sale yet. A lot of the stuff that I've purchased from Nordstrom over the last few months is still full price. So I'm hoping that those items are actually some of the things that are featured in the sale. I personally have a list in my head of what I want. One thing I just need to stock up on are some basic tops. I have a bajillion bottom type things you've seen recently. I've hauled quite a few linen bottom type things, pants, joggers, what have you. But I need some tops, some t-shirts. I'm using a little stronger highlighter today because I want to have a little more punch. And I will probably load up on some more as we get right before we leave. So just some of the most popular items from last year's sale were like the basic BP tees, BP tanks. Lush is another brand that people went crazy for. So did I. So I'm hoping that kind of price point, like not just under $50, but under $25. I'm hoping that's what goes on sale. I don't know about anybody else, but my fashion dilemma come summer are jackets, because obviously it's like 80, 90 plus degrees, but then we get a lot of rain, right now we're getting a ton of rain. The raincoats I have are heavy. So I'm looking for more warm weather appropriate jackets, like stuff that's great for layering when you're going into an air-conditioned cold environment, or if the temperature suddenly drops enough because there's rain, or if you're going into a more conservative environment and maybe I'm wearing spaghetti straps, but I want to cover it up. That kind of layering piece, I'm kind of hoping to find some of those items on sale, because those pieces those are more like basics and never go out of style, so it'll be kind of nice to grab those at a discount. So that's what I'm looking for in the half yearly sale. Pieces like that are not going to really be found in the anniversary sale because it's more fall items. Okay, let's get to eyebrows. I am using a new to me eyebrow pencil, new-ish. After I did that, speaking of Nordstrom, after I did the Nordstrom collaboration with Trish McEvoy, I stopped by Nordstrom, my local one, as I do, and they gifted me, the Trish McEvoy counter, a bunch of things, which was really nice. And one of those things was this eyebrow pencil, which I'm struggling with my eyebrows lately. I'm just not getting it right, I don't think. Like the shade and the shape and all that. But I'm really liking this pencil. This is, I think, the universal shade. And it's a little harder consistency than the Benefit one I've been using. It's not as soft. But I find that it lasts on my skin a little bit longer. So maybe it's easy to draw with. I mean, it's not a super hard waxy like some pencils I've used, but the color seems to be going really well with my brows. And now that we are currently living in some weird tropical environment that I'm not used to, it's usually on the drier side here, it's holding up really well in this insane humidity. We're supposed to have thunderstorms again today. Yay! Also, I'm looking for rain boots. I love my hunter boots, but I would like something, I have the good old-fashioned heavy up to the knee ones, and if I could find something a little bit, I don't know why I'm hunching over like this. If I could find something shorter, maybe even the kids go into the kid sizes so they run shorter. Let's see, hopefully maybe some of those are on sale. And also bras. I can never have enough bras. I have a ton of bras. I wear the same 3, like on repeat. Does everybody else do the same thing? So I'm hoping to grab a few more of those. But like I said, I will link what I'm hoping goes on sale below, like what might currently have that's still at full price that I'm hoping will be marked down significantly. And then I'll do a blog post once the sale goes live. So enough about that. Let me finish this eyebrow. I'm very distracted. Hang on. While we're on the subject of collabs, I have to address a recent one that I was really proud of that was not as well received as I would have liked. And that was my recent Walmart fashion haul. And I just want to say this. Sometimes when I pick out certain clothes, it's for my personal, this is for me, I want it. And sometimes I'm considering myself like the guinea pig for everyone else. So while a piece might not look the best on me, it might look better on someone who's taller or shorter or thinner than me or heavier than me or just shaped differently than me or have different tastes than me. So I can't always pick out. Sometimes in the past, when I have picked out clothes that I like only selfishly for me, I'll get some constructive criticism that, hey, what about for this body shape or that body shape? So I'm trying to be more conscious. I'm moving on to eyes, by the way, and I've already primed my eye with the Trish McEvoy eyelid primer. It has a more technical name that I'll put in the description box. I'm trying to be conscious of other options and other things like that. So that's one thing I wanted to address about that. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that when I'm doing a collaboration with a brand, they usually specify, understandably so, that you only style the pieces with items from their store. So keep watching my Instagram feed because you will see these pieces styled with everything I already have in my closet, worn slightly differently, and I think you'll see a slightly you might feel differently about some of those pieces. Because I really do like all of them. I'm not returning any of them. I bought them all with my own money. And, you know, I hope, obviously, when I make these videos that you like what I pick. But I liked them all. And I was really pleased with how they looked. I am shaped the way I'm shaped, and I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. And my skin is the color that it is. And I am not ashamed about that either. And I think we need to stop expecting everyone to fit the same mold. So that is all I'm going to say about that. Okay, now let's talk about something we all care about, the eyeshadow that I am applying. I am playing with the Natasha Denona Camo palette. I have been having a lot of fun with it. It's a really versatile little palette for what it is. I'm using the middle shade just with a fluffy brush all through the socket line, and then I'm using, this is a Luxie brush, 229 tapered blending. It's like a dense, wider pencil brush just to put it underneath my eyes. I'm going to use the, you think these shades are the same, they are in fact not. So this outer shade, which is called Zand, like sand with a Z, just with a slightly more focused brush, I'm going to focus that on the outer corners and a little bit under the lid. I will say that the balm that I put on is minty fresh, but it tingles a little, but it's not unpleasant. Now for the fun part, I'm going to take Dune, which is the, ooh, just dug my finger right in that sucker. It's very creamy apparently. I'm gonna stick my finger in it actually, and it's a shimmer metallic type shade. And I'm just gonna pop this all over the lid and a little bit onto where the darker shade is in that outer corner, just like that. It looks pretty dark in the pan, but it goes on very wearably, that's a word now, when you pop it across the lid like that. This next one, it's this shade here, and I was mistaken. The first shade, the shimmer shade that I just put on was Copper Dunes. This is called Dune, this guy right here, that I also just dug my finger into. I'm gonna do this for a little pop of color in the center of the lid. You hear Alexa, she's telling me that my Amazon delivery just got delivered. Thank you, Alexa. I don't want to say her name too loudly or she'll start talking. Anyway, I popped that in the middle, not just to add literally some dimension and pop, but also to lighten just a little bit. And then I'll go in with one of the fluffy brushes and just kind of get the edges a little bit. Then I'm going to take a flat brush and that same color and just pop it right there, just to add some light. I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is an older Shu Amura lash curler, and it's just about had it, and I can't find the replacement pads for this, and so I think it's time to get a new lash curler, and I was wondering if anyone has any suggestions. I heard the Lancome one is really, really good. I've heard Shiseido's is really, really good. Please let me know. Okay, I always go back to this one. It's the Flower Beauty Gel Liner in the shade, I want to say Bronzed Out. The full name is Vinyl Eyes Glossy Gel Eyeliner. Bronzed Out. It's not gel, it's a pencil. But there you go. Just an easy little line across the eye. I am using one of my I have both Trish McEvoy mascaras. They have become invaluable during the strange rainy season we've been going through. They're tubing mascaras, so they're kind of like a waterproof concept without the annoyance of how do you get waterproof off your eye, because it just removes with warm water, like little tubes, little tiny straws falling off of your lashes. This one is the High Volume Mascara. I am not sure which version I like better. I think I am leaning towards the other one, the lash curling one. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you all is if you live in the San Antonio area, I'm actually going to do a personal appearance, free of charge, at Nordstrom with Trish McEvoy, not the human, just the brand, here in San Antonio on Thursday. I believe it's June 13th. I'll put the info in the description box. They're doing a little demo, and I'm talking about my favorite. You'll know what my 5 favorites are because I talked about them in that video that I did. But anyway, they saw it and asked if I wanted to do a little class with them. I will not be teaching the class. I made it very clear I'm not a makeup artist, clearly, but I will be the guinea pig again, and they will be demoing on my face. So if you'd like to come hang out with me and the amazingly sweet, awesome, friendly people at the Trish McEvoy counter at Nordstrom, I'll put that info below because I believe it's free, but you have to make reservations. Oh, and they always make, if you've ever been to a Nordstrom San Antonio event, they serve this really good lemonade punch that I am a huge fan of. That's reason enough to go right there. Just saying. So let's talk about lips. So for the party, I will grab something really bright, probably that Urban Decay one. Is it Trist? That really bright reddish pink one. I really like that for more evening events. But for right now, I'm running around, like I said, doing errands. So I'm just going to kind of pat in. It's pretty much absorbed, this balm. And I want to show you my current favorite kind of 1-2 punch for lips. I am loving this. This is an oldie. I'm almost done with it. It's time to get a new one. It's the Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy lipstick in the shade Impulsive. We're down to the nub. I rarely repurchase a lipstick. This is definitely getting repurchased. It is chameleon-like in color. It's a soft wearable pink that, depending on what you're wearing, will either go a little brighter pink, a little more nude. Is great to layer over lip liners, under glosses. Kind of is clashing with my top. We're not going to talk about that. So it's great by its own. It's very moisturizing. It's very creamy. It's not long wearing. You are going to have to reapply it after a few hours, but it's so beautiful. And I love this case. I love all the Pure Color Envy cases because they're magnetic. This is not going to come off in your purse. Love it. And it's not heavy though. It's very lightweight. Some of these more metallic type kind of thing, not metallic, but the magnetic cases can be very heavy. This is not. But then I've been slapping this Fenty Beauty gloss on top. It's the newer one, Fussy, the one that's more pink. The other one, the original, is more of a nudie brown. So here is the day look, and stay tuned. I will pop in a picture of the finished look as I leave for the event. So I hope that you had fun hanging out with me a little bit. Let me know if you want more kind of get ready with me chit chat and maybe specific topics you want me to talk about while I'm getting ready. Don't forget to hop on over to MsGoldgirl.com tomorrow, or you can go today and subscribe, and then it'll just show up in your mailbox. If you want a list of my suggestions for Freudian slip, kind of excited about that. The half-yearly sale at Nordstrom tomorrow. Remember, if you want to shop that sale, shop early because you know Nordstrom. They sell out like that. I'm gonna go do my hair so I have a finished look to show you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.